Welcome to Gapology Radio with your hosts Mark Tinas and Brian Brockhoff. This is your leadership development podcast where they share unique insights with the purpose of helping leaders achieve their greatest potential. You can learn more by reading their books Gapology, Imbar, and Speed of Purpose, or by participating in one of their workshops. All of this and more can be found on their website, gapology.org.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gapology Radio. If your organization is looking for leadership development, we have a solution for you. Whether you'd prefer an in-person workshop for your frontline leaders, an executive coaching solution, or a strategic focus on how you're aligned with a significant purpose, we have something that can help. Check out our website, gapology.org, for all the details. And for tonight's topic, we'll be digging into a powerful process of preparing your mindset and teaching skills for those frequent opportunities to impact your team members' lives. Tonight, we'll be discussing the power of creating specific, timeless, teachable points of view and how to best execute them to create action. So let's go ahead and get things rolling with Mark Tinas. Hey, Mark, how are you doing?
Good, Brian. How are you?
Good. How's Colorado? I know you're out there, and congratulations on the new baby, the new grandson. Congratulations.
Yeah, Colorado is wonderful, and grandkids are wonderful. So hard to beat.
Yeah, no kidding. It's beautiful out there, and it's nice to spend some time with family. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but I've got another granddaughter arriving in a few weeks.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah,
the family's
crazy.
Just growing and growing.
You know, we need more gapologists. So
yeah, we do.
That's part of the plan.
That's a good way to do it. Yep. Yeah, you remember how farmers used to have 10 kids just to have extra hands on the farm. So that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
you now have figured out the secret.
Yeah. Well, so for tonight's podcast, something came up recently. I've been out teaching all these classes, and playing the Road Warrior game, and it's been fun. It's been really great working with different teams, and I really love it. I love every minute of it. And something interesting came up. I'm not sure if I shared all this with you before, but a guy came up to me after one of the sections of the session I was teaching. And he really loved one of the elements that I shared. He thought that particular piece was actually very powerful. And he was like, I'm absolutely going to apply this to my leadership. I really love that. And it made me really think about teachable points of view, something that we wrote about in the book. And we really haven't done a podcast on it. So I thought we'd talk about the power of teachable points of view and how it can create action in teams. So what do you think?
I love the topic. It's amazing. So,
yeah,
can I tell
you're
you
passionate about them?
Can I tell you about what I carry in my backpack?
Yeah.
So I carry a journal. You've seen it.
Yep.
An old leather journal. Mm-hmm. In the journal are 34 teachable points of view.
Oh, wow.
I carry with me 34 teachable points of view. Why do you think I do that?
For any opportunity that might come up.
Yeah, so it really covers the gamut of what might come up. Mm-hmm. So can I tell you a little bit about it?
Yeah, no, I'd love to hear more.
So I love the term teachable point of view. And for those of you that don't know what that means, it really means that it's a lesson that you carry with you as a leader that you can present to an individual or a group that is situational or planned, either one, and it's a teaching moment. We talked in Gapology about the fact that leaders must be teachers, and teachable points of view are one of the ways, and a rather significant way of doing that. So it is literally a 15-minute lesson, somewhere around there, that you carry with you, that you bring, that you're able to deliver at a given moment when you're with a group or an individual that is of great significance to them. So the leader becoming the teacher and I carry with me 34. And those 34, I would believe, have changed many lives. I've taken them out of my toolbox, out of my journal, and delivered them. And they've been of great significance. So that's what it means to me, Brian. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I love that. I love that it's not just off the cuff. It's things that you've really thought through, processed, put, a strategy around. I really like that. In the book, we talk in the next step section toward the back of the book.
You're talking Gapology?
Of Gapology, yeah.
Okay.
And we talk about teaching organizations and creating teaching organizations. I think this is one of the methods that leaders can really apply and use on a daily basis.
Yeah. So in the book, we talk about a teaching organization achieving wisdom.
Right.
Wisdom. And teachable points of view are a way of achieving wisdom. So if you think about the cycle here, what you're trying to create with the teachable point of view, with the student, I'm calling them that, who you're with, that they become the teacher. So picture a teachable point of view that you deliver, a 15-minute lesson that has such significance that the person you delivered it to or the group that you delivered it to becomes the teachers, and they spread it. And it becomes of great significance. So the student becomes the teacher. You're attempting to create that. And I know you know this, Brian, but we have created that hundreds, maybe thousands of times now, to where the teachable points of view that we have delivered are being taught by many others and creating, again, more students and then more teachers and students and teachers. And we all grow, and it creates this wisdom within organizations that really can't be achieved in any other way. It's not like sitting in a classroom or signing up for something. It's spontaneous. Teachable points of view tend to be spontaneous. You're with a group that's stuck on something. You know the answer. So you've sort of got to figure out how to get them there. So you deliver a teachable point of view that gives them a context that allows them to get to a level of wisdom within that.
Just the idea of wisdom, just thinking through that term and what that means. It means something different than just training people. If you bring someone along to the point where you've created wisdom, I think there's so much power in that.
Well, you look at the people that you and I have worked with over the years,
mm-hmm.
and the incredible success and positions that they hold today. It's so gratifying. It's amazing. It's humbling, but we've helped them. And teachable points of view have been one of the ways that we have helped them. I'd love to spend a day with them and listen to the things that they delivered to their team that came out of a teachable point of view that you and I delivered.
Yeah.
I mean, it would likely be amazing. It would be amazing to us.
For sure.
So a little bit more on this. So teachable points of view. So as you travel and spend time with a group, and this has been stifled somewhat by the Zoom world, where we've been in the Zoom environment, but that seems to be moving away now. But as you travel and spend time with people, you may have a teachable point of view that you want to deliver everywhere you go. That's fine. Most of mine, however, are situational. So I'm with a group and they're struggling with something, and I have a teachable point of view that will help them. I will deliver it right then and there. Right then and there. I will apologize and ask if I can speak. And I will try and find a whiteboard. I love whiteboards, right, Brian?
Yeah, you do.
A flip chart will do.
Right.
A legal pad might do. I tend to draw things out.
Mm-hmm.
But in either case, I will insert myself in order to help the group move forward. So whether it's situational or whether it's intentional, because I know that everyone in the entire group needs to hear a given message, my teachable points of view are designed to help others, to give them power, to help them become the teacher, and to spread the word. And this is not new. This is something that we know that has worked. It has created top performance. It has closed performance gaps in groups. And it has been a significant part of Gapology for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. Thoughts, Brian?
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Where did the term teachable point of view, where did that all start?
I think that Noel Tichy came up with that term. Noel Tichy, Tichy. Okay. I learned a lot from my readings of his, and he was on the forefront of that. So I give him credit for that term, but it has been part of my leadership behavior forever. I tend to go into teaching mode when a team that I'm with is stuck on something or not achieving a result that we know we can achieve. It happened today.
Oh, yeah?
It happened today. We were missing on something today, and we talked about, okay, what if we could get this done? Well, how could we get this done in an hour? If we had 1 hour, what would we do? And believe it or not, we came up with a plan and got it done in an hour.
Wow.
and hadn't got it done in 6 months, but we got it done in an hour. Mm-hmm. And so the power of carrying with you as a leader, teachable points of view is amazing. And it's more amazing for the group that you're with, because you can literally change their leadership style and again, empower them to create results that they couldn't have achieved otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Talking about moving teams to action. That's really what Gapology is all about, is moving teams to action and having in your back pocket, these different teachable points of view that you can just pull out and immediately create action like you did today. What a powerful tool.
Yeah. And again, I have 34 for whatever reason. I have 34. I don't know why. That's the number that I carry with me in my leather bound journal that looks like it's 200 years old, that Brian bought for me. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Yeah.
And again, I don't care if I have a whiteboard or a flip chart or a legal pad or an iPad. I'm going to deliver the teachable point of view because it matters to who I'm with. And it could be a group. This is a big deal. It could be a group of people, or it could be just an individual. And often it is just an individual. And the significance of that teachable point of view to that person cannot be underestimated. Because if you deliver it in a manner that they can then learn from it and then deliver it, it is impacting others downstream. And I can't tell you the number of times that has happened. Yeah. And I generally will, I don't know if you know this, Brian, but I generally try and deliver a teachable point of view in a 15-minute time frame. And the reason for that is I want it to be simple enough that they can say, okay, got it. I'm going to run with it. I'm going to teach it. I'm going to roll it to my group, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. So if you can learn to deliver teachable points of view in a 15-minute time frame, somewhere in that range, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Something that just occurred to me as you're describing that is a teachable point of view can really be a microcosm of Gapology. And when we talk about kind of the strategy for communication, we talk about tell them what they need to know, tell them why it matters, and tell them what they need to do. And if you can structure that in that 15-minute window, you're closing the knowledge gap, you're closing the importance gap, and you're closing the action gap.
Well said. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple of the things then. So sometimes it comes with an assignment. So I'm delivering you this teachable point of view, but I want to hear back from you next week on what you've done with it. That has been incredible for me. So I have had people change their career course because of that assignment. So don't underestimate if there is an assignment or an outcome that has to be delivered back to you. The other thing that you need to do is, in any way possible, make it their own. Make it about them. Make it theirs. So as you teach the teachable point of view to them, it's about them, not about you or someone else. It's about them. When you can do that, it becomes more powerful than you can even imagine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a couple things. So first of all, the assignment, that is the action gap. So you're creating accountability, you're setting a commitment, establishing commitment in their own mind as well. And you're creating a culture of actually, taking action on things, and making it about them. That does tap into their purpose, the things that they believe in. That's closing the importance gap as well.
Oh, I love that. So let me give the group an example of a teachable point of view. And these are not my top ones, but I'll just give you an example of how crazy they are. So I'm with a group of people. Let's say there's 3 of them, and they have failed to achieve an objective over the course of a year. Let's just say a year. So 1 year has gone by and they have failed to achieve that objective. So we're all disappointed, party, pity party, woe is me, all of that's going on. And the teachable point of view becomes, what if we had to do it today? What if we had to achieve it today? We haven't achieved it in 12 months. What if we had to achieve it today? What would we do? And you create a brainstorming session around what if we had to achieve it today? So believe it or not, within some of the groups I've worked with, in things we have not achieved in a year, we achieved that day. That day. So my hope would be that entire group learn to look at things quite differently and understand that, oh my God, we could get this done today, not a year, today. And a simple teachable point of view around that cause them to see that, force them to see that. Think about that, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah, it really forced them to step outside of that paradigm that they were living in, that they could not achieve it, to what if we could achieve it? I mean, it completely shifts their mindset around it.
Yeah, what if we had to?
Yeah.
What if we had to do it today?
Yeah.
So I've got 34 of teachable points of view. I've delivered them over and over again. Many of them have been life-changing for others. That's been incredible. Well, my favorite one is probably T times M equals P. Right. Talent 0 to 10 of an individual times mindset 0 to 10 of an individual equals their performance 0 to 100. I've delivered that one over and over again. What I've found with the entire teachable point of view structure is that it drives up the T. So as I deliver teachable points of view, I increase the talent of the group I'm with or the individual I'm with. But the amazing thing is it lifts their mindset as well. They're more engaged. They feel valued, and that drives their performance. So T times M equals P happens because of teachable points of view. And that changes everything. Brian and I talk often with people that we worked with 10 years ago, but maybe haven't talked to in that time frame. And the things they remember, and the things that were significant, and the things that they built their career around are often the things that we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always incredible to me to hear what people remember. What they found was important back then and put into practice and used and became really good at. And it's always different for everybody. It's interesting. Sometimes, somebody will share something like T times M equals P, or they'll talk about the habit ladder, or certain things. And a lot of these things we put into the book Gapology, a lot of these different teachable points of view. But it's always amazing to me when I do go back and talk to some of those folks, what was important, what was impactful. It's always different.
Yeah, but always impactful.
Yeah.
I mean, I look forward to talking to people that I used to work with and just listen to them and what they remember and what they've built as part of their leadership today.
Right.
And often I find that it's the teachable points of view that I carried with me. Mm-hmm. So I would challenge each of the leaders out there to carry your 34, whatever that is. It may be 5, whatever it is, your teachable points of view. Carry them with you. Deliver them with graciousness. Hand them out. Try and create the new generation of teachers through that. And your teachable point of view might be delivered to 1,000 people over time. Mm-hmm. Don't underestimate the importance of that moment. You're giving it to a person or a group who is going to deliver it to others, who's going to deliver it to others, who's going to deliver it to others. It can be incredible. So,
yeah. I think thinking of it as a gift, this is something that doesn't cost you anything other than your time. And it can really be a gift for somebody that can then be a gift for somebody else. And that spider web can happen, I think. I would actually encourage our listeners, if you've been a recipient of one of Mark's TPOVs, Teachable Points of View, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Send us an email. Share with us on LinkedIn. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Great topic, Brian. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Okay, Mark, well, I'll let you go tonight.
Yeah, take care. Thanks, Brian.
All right. Talk to you later. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, that'll do it from here. For more information on Teachable Points of View, check out our book, Gapology. It's either on Amazon.com or even on Audible. Just head on over to our website, gapology.org, for more information. Everyone have a fantastic week. We'll talk to you soon.
This has been a Gapology production. Visit us at gapology.org.